What is the origin story of your idea?
Yeah, so our company, Reli, is focused on lithium-ion battery recycling. And both Charlie and I are graduate students in chemical engineering at the University of Virginia and focus on technologies within the energy world, specifically around how lithium transports through membranes. And so there was some specific ties to what we were working on and understanding like why that's becoming more critical, like as lithium-ion batteries are becoming more prevalent and not to give you the full pitch, but 27% per year market growth. So it's so right now specifically, I'm working on lithium recovery from salt solutions, and that motivated us to look at some of the Department of Energy technologies that were extracting it in more efficient ways than the industry standards, and efficient both in terms of energy and chemical waste and sustainability. So it's really been like what we started with was, being inspired by the research that we were doing and then trying to find a really critical issue that was closely aligned enough that that we could, propose the technology that, we understood and that we think will make the most sense to address the issue. Battery recycling really, addresses a lot of different types of issues. And so when it comes to partnering and supporting one of the DOE technologies, it's using electrochemically assisted leaching method. And it's something that the Idaho National Laboratory is already working to scale up. And so it was really just hoping to give a spotlight on that research.
What does your generation represent?
So, would probably say I'm a millennial, so I'm kind of like, bordering, the Gen Z, newer generation of people who are kind of coming into the conversation. And energy in particular is a really tough industry to break into when you're young, because there's a lot of power, there's a lot of wealth. It's like everything's at really large scale. And so I've been really inspired by the younger generation, the Greta Thunbergs, the people who are like working on these climate action plans, from high school. Because part of it is you realize that it's our generations that's going to have to build the technology and implement it, because we know we'll be affected by the effects of climate change in our lifespan. So I think there's that motivation, like the kind of inspiration from being amongst peers that we all know, we recognize it's an issue. It's not having to fight, is it an issue or not? It's like, we know this is a problem. So like, we're looking for creative solutions. And so I think we represent, the initial sparking the implementation phase. And so being on the technology side, it's been really cool to be able to partner and meet people who are more on the, the social and political side of the issues. And we're going to have to collaborate to be able to, solve climate change.
What do you want to share with your generation about finding your calling?
Yeah, so for me, it started off as being passionate about research and solving problems that I care about, and really addressing things that maybe not everyone's thinking about. But in such an evolving time where technology is growing and energy is growing and we have so many different challenges to address, finding your passion really enables you to hone in on something that you're going to be able to work really hard on. And when you're having to deal with COVID and being sent home and having to adapt to different styles of learning and pushing the field forward, doing it with something you're passionate about enables you to work really hard on it and not feel like you're working as hard on it as maybe something that you don't care about as much. So it really just helps you to focus on something and hone that skill. And as you adapt and grow, it becomes really easy to do so.